Distortions Unlimited fans? Darren here. Today we're going to look at the 1990 catalogs. We're introducing classics like Gargle, we had Diseased, we had Brain Damage, Barry B. Bones, some great Shadow series like Night Wolf, and Soiled Rotten. So hang on, I'll show you a few surprises too. Okay, 1990. Here I have the 1990 Distortion catalog and a complement to it, which is Fangoria issue number 96, the Mask Mania Inside. We're going to see what masks appeared for the 1990s catalog into the 96 issue of Fangoria. Super big issue. I was in the 6th grade when this one hit the newsstands and stared at it for a long time. It's one of the few actually Fangoria magazines that our parents let us buy. So let's take a look. Alright, here's my 1990s catalog again, and I want to make the argument of why the 1990 catalog is the best catalog or the coolest catalog that Distortion's ever made. Arguments we made, the 1982 catalog is the best because of all the costume and classic masks that are in this one, and the costumes were made by David Lady, and even his name is on one of the tombstones and the epithets right there. It's pretty neat. But yeah, as great as the 1982 is, this one is even more cooler. The mask might not be as collectible, but the catalog is absolutely the most fun one to look at. So here's one of the first reasons why. I'm going to turn a little bit into the light, and if you can see the ghost figure that appears ever so subtly in a matte finish on this catalog. Isn't that cool? And then when you open it up, you had the first page. It's a pop-up. Mine came unglued, but look at that. Isn't that awesome? Who does that these days? And then, like I said before, the pages were die cut. So each page had a unique shape to them of tombstones and mausoleums. Some classic masks, such as Death, a Geordie Shell sculpt in the Ceruleum. A couple of the Twilight series in this one. Dead Dreams, like I said, these were on sale at clearance prices for such cheap. I got mine for like under $20. Eric Austin gave me a copy of the Dragonian, which was released by another artist at Mass Fest in 2017. Again, the shape of the pages were really fun. A couple of the props that Distortion's made. A Hairless Gorilla, I have a copy over here that David Lady actually, or Laura, sorry, Laura haired for me, which is now phenomenal. More of the Shadow series mask, Two Great Werewolves, the Infinity series, and Draconian Cole. Oh, look at that, look at that. And you see the artist contributors, Mark Bronner, he's the Little Spider owner, Jim Lawrence from Morris Costumes, Geordie Shell. I'm not sure who Larry Cole is. But anyway, 1990, the most awesome mask catalog ever made. Okay, the 1990s mask. So, as we previously mentioned, the Fangoria magazine has some of these classic masks in it from the issue number 96. My favorite from that is this Gargle mask. I actually got this one from Morris Costumes in about 2000. I called them and asked if they had any in stock, and surprisingly they did. So I got a nice new mint Gargle mask, probably one of my favorite sculpts from the time. Just super detailed, nice long bib. This one actually had a pretty decent paint job on it. It has lost some hair. If you go around the back of it, you'll see it has the hair on the top. There was some hair on the ears also, and that's since come unglued. But overall, great mask. As also a fan favorite that was released by Trick or Treat Studios, we have Diseased in that catalog also. I've had several copies of this. This is probably one of my best copies I think I've owned, just because it has so much of the glue pressed on it. And then we have a Barry B. Bones. My teeth is falling out a little bit on this one, but I still have them. They're just like hot glue stuck in there. So I got to put those back in there too. And then Brain Damage. This is probably one of the best copies I think I've seen. I've had two of them. Both of them had this issue with the latex rot going on because of the gold paint. The other copy I had didn't have the plastic dome on it. And then we have Dead Ed with a classic Dawn of the Dead look with a nice tone. I'll work on that too. They're coming off a little bit. Some of the yellowing of the epoxy on the eyes is common. Just over time it will yellow. So this is a surprise. This was a Monster of the Month mask which was reused from the mold. Different paint scheme on it though, but overall I think what Ed did with this one with that pearlescent blue look and the orange eyes, the color scheme really works on this. So that was a nice surprise to see a throwback Monster of the Month. That was actually one of the few molds that was reused from a mask that Ed had previously produced from Distortions Unlimited and used in the Monster of the Month. And then we have Night Beast and Soiled Rotten, two of the great Shadow series masks from that time period.